In episode 952, Kawamatsu helps the people of Ibisu town bury Yasui in Ringo, where he rests alongside Kozuki Oden. Meanwhile, Ashura Doji reveals he has secretly gathered Atamayama pirates' ships from across Wano in preparation for a major battle. In Udon, Luffy and Hyogoro continue training Riwo, a power that allows Hyogoro to repel even armed attacks. Meanwhile, in Ringo, Zoro battles Gyukimaru, and realizing he can't win, Gyukimaru agrees to give Zoro his sword, except for Shasui, as it's a national treasure of Wano. Just then, Kawamatsu appears to intervene. Gyukimaru is stunned to recognize an old acquaintance who saved and raised Hiyori when she was young. At Kaido's lair, Big Mom is brought back by King and Queen, creating a tense atmosphere as Kaido orders her untied. Upon release, Napoleon immediately transforms, and Big Mom and Kaido greet each other with a direct attack. The clash of the two Yonkos' powers tears through the sky, recreating the terrifying scene of the ancient confrontation between Whitebeard and Red-Haired. If you enjoyed this video, please support me by subscribing to the channel and liking it. In episode 953, the battle between the two monsters above was so fierce that the subordinates could only seek shelter, as getting caught in the crossfire meant almost no chance of survival. Below, Queen also went down into the basement with his men to avoid being caught in the crossfire. Hearing that Udon had lost contact, he tried to retreat there, hoping to escape the ordeal. At that moment, Udon unexpectedly re-established contact with Queen through Babanuki, after being subdued by Otama and forced to report that the prison was still under control to avoid arousing suspicion on Luffy's side. At the same time, the Yakuza leaders in Uden's prison gathered to meet Hyogoro the Flower, including Bloodletter Omasa, Tsunagoro the Crane, Cho the Pillbox, and Yatop, all of whom were absolutely loyal to him. Upon hearing Luffy call Hyogoro Old Man, the other four immediately became enraged and threatened to kill him, considering it disrespectful behavior. However, Asura restrained Luffy, preventing the situation from escalating. With the blueprints for Kaido's mansion in hand, the group could officially plan their attack. Reizo reported that their initial mission was to rescue Luffy, but unexpectedly, they gained control of Udon and recruited additional forces. In Ringo, Kozuki Hiyori revealed her true identity and apologized to Kawamatsu for abandoning him years ago. Just then, the soldiers whose weapons Gyukimaru had stolen returned to attack, but Zoro and Kawamatsu quickly cleared them out. Gyukimaru burst into tears upon learning Kawamatsu was still alive and fled. In episode 954, on the day Kozuki Hiyori disappeared, Kawamatsu traveled to Ringo to settle some unfinished business. This area, located in northern Wano, is under the control of the Shimotsuki clan, renowned for their unwavering spirit. The daimyo governing this land is Shimotsuki Ashimaru, a great swordsman who is always accompanied by a fox. Ringo is also the site of legends about eternal graves. Here, the bodies of the deceased are placed in coffins that will not decompose even after centuries. Their swords are the markers of these graves, as the people of Ringo are given swords from birth, grow up with them, and carry them until death. Upon death, the sword becomes a tombstone, allowing the person to forever remain with their weapon. However, because there are so many famous swords, grave robbing in Ringo has become increasingly rampant. 13 years ago, upon arriving here, Kawamatsu considered suicide because he couldn't protect the princess. This was until he discovered Onimaru had been risking his life fighting grave robbers to protect the sword tomb for many years. After being treated by Kawamatsu, the two gradually became close. Onimaru became angry, mistakenly believing Kawamatsu was also digging graves. But upon learning of Kawamatsu's purpose in collecting swords to prepare weapons for future comrades, Onimaru accepted and joined him in protecting the place. The truth is revealed that Gyukimaru is actually Onimaru in disguise, who has completed his duty and left. Hiyori then tells Zoro that if the sword he carries is truly Shasui, she advises him to return it to Wano. And that wraps up our recap for today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment with your thoughts, and share it to support the channel. Make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you won't miss the next episodes of the Wano Arc Recap. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.